Na kosi broni kura no. Aben inu obegya ye nkwaso nsem. Nka me de nka me fahin na me kodi obi ka 14.9 million. Enti obi anso entimi anhwehwe sika koro na woka na chikwan. Say free and a better me ho. Media, please. How long would you keep destroying your? I mean, the common sense is there. Where is the judgment? Where is the trace of what so-called money that you say I owe from England judgment?
So, Nana Kwame Bediako, our Ghana Sikani, where businessman, or philanthropist, our sincere presidential candidate, Edema the new force, and Ababa Tabontise, or the car ever United Kingdom, and what Ghana agent fans, and our Kwasi Broni, Edekano, Alpha plane, free UK, san, Edi Ababa Tuan of Ghana, say, Opel Ompel Obetuakano, Ekane 14.9 million US dollars. Nana Kwame Bediako, so Babontia Babe, you, Manu, say, on the Obiaka. On the Kwasi Bronika, enti one person akrampono ontua emfa ma Kwasi Broni. When you know who information and I'm gather from Genesis to Revelation and I made who updates at the Bremo #1 TV so. And to distinguish ladies and gentlemen, this is your #1 TV and this is your #1 reactions. Mama yen shasye. Akwaba! Ewa #1 TV so. Now, Sana Bibia Shasye on 22nd January 2026 and a CNRCT News Omobe publishing way say High Court enforces UK judgment against Cheddar over 14.9 million US dollars debt. Chese, why a intro kekeo? Afe ene babeko ensem nimu ankasa muntini nyabotre netie niye. And omo Shasye wa hanum say the High Court Commissioner Division in Accra has enforced a judgment issued by the High Court of England and Wales against businessman Nana Kwame Bediako, popularly known as Cheddar, ordering him to pay more than 14.9 million US dollars plus interest to Crumpet Debe account and cost to Cola Holdings Limited, a UK-based company. Company now almost say Cheddar Edward Mokano Omudine di Cola Holdings. According to a notice published in the Daily Graphic on Thursday, January 22nd, 2026, the foreign judgment was formally registered in Ghana on May 20th, 2025, not just last year, and no more register and yet this year crampo, following an application by Cola Holdings Limited to have the English court decision recognized and enforced locally. The case filed at the High Court Commissioner Division in Accra stems from a judgment originally delivered by Deputy Master Sabi Casey of the High Court of England and Wales on January 23, 2025, with subsequent variations and granted in March and April 2025. Once registered, the judgment became legally binding and enforceable in Ghana. The court has ordered Nana Kwame Bediako to pay Muntie figures now almost 1 year 40,928,314.70 cents. And I'm so debe ontuano. Mama yinsu bibi e debe e wa hanum se. San 70 cents no. It says 70 pesos ye debe e wa Ghana. Nanso wa hu broni. 70 cents no o de abamu. Wankas owe de nyahwe njama ne nche sanke Ghana na sanke Ghana ne owe de 70 cents ye de be nyahwe san we no esa no ma we no bi no ene good business bebre de be e wo Ghana obi eton na yi ne shop kitwa bi na obi aba beto aka 1 cedi o nyahwe fa che ne obi aba beto aka 2 cedi senye de be fa che no wo de sa na wu good business no abrofo enitino mko manim no omumfo mu business endi agro omumfo mu sika endi agro omunim se kwans no eno ene babe dane papers no won say 70 cents no odia bamu cause business business me no why dey akọ nhihye yese ntina wo se why dey be wudi so se wan din nhihye ne so assemble dey be assemble to entino mo man dey be yento aso as the principal judgment debt together with the interest at a rate of 8% per annum calculated from January 23, 2025 until full payment is made as of December 23rd, 2025. The accurate interest alone amounted to chese interest the crampa debe ababe count from January from 23rd January 2025 to December 23rd January 2025 no interest I debe ababe tosunye 1,928,314 92,000 92,834.64 cents. Almost sanso de cent na de be esanso de ababiem. Interest from last year January 23rd to last year December 23rd no. She interest de be ababe toso senti na de be abab san kwam ka se wanya hwe an kwam betime de be on betime adru we nti moma de be moma yensua bibia de be emfri aha no mu se aha no mu se in addition, the court awarded 15,000 Ghana cedis in legal costs to Kola Holdings Limited at the prevailing treasury exchange rate of 16.15 to the US dollars. The total amount due, including interest and cost, translates to approximately 258.76 million, according to figures contained in the court notice. The total sum remains subject to further increase as interest continues to accrue until the debt is fully settled. Kwapim say Kano omubetua wie interest in ebekoso sam. The court also granted an order for substitute service, allowing the judgment to be served by posting copies at the respondent's residence at 13th Avenue, Lincoln, Osu, at the High Court notice. Chese. Oma posting notice. Oma fan koma nana kwame bediako ankasa mu. Oma kwa posting ewo ne residence no honom. Baby owa de be otin oma kwa posting no honom. De akwa tare ho ena omu di bi nso atare court. What you say ena oma publish the whole Ghana and the whole Africa and any vias intino. Nana kwame bediako ontimi nkaso anye de be. Wan hunu we. Ena nana kwame bediako nso aye de be aba bontin. And dra no so di we buy. Oh no ntre na de be o ma church and kidinkiti intino. I'll find it a little bit difficult to read it to you guys. Until mama yenko say, I have not contracted any loan from Kola Holdings Limited and Kola Holdings Limited. What you say? Has not and sorry. I have not contracted any loan from Kola Holdings, and Kola Holdings Limited has not paid any money to me. The transactions leading to the said judgment is based on a loan contracted by Kingston Residential Partners 1 Limited, KRP1 from the International Finance Corporations, IFC. The shareholders of KRP1 and KRP1 are myself and Mr. Azad Kola, who is the owner of Kola Holdings Limited. I was therefore surprised when I was informed that Kola Holdings Limited had commenced an actions against me personally in the United Kingdom. To recover the loan which was contracted by KRP1 from IFC, while I was still in discussion with the representatives of KRP1 to ascertain what has truly gone on. I was informed that a date has been set for judgment to be delivered in the UK. In respect of the suit, I found out later that the lawyers I hired to engage the lawyers of Kola Holdings in the UK did not file any processes. What you say? Ono so hire so mkoko defendant so ma ye de o man file bibia o ma disappointed. Yes, you can say Nana Kwame Bediako in defense to the actions. I instructed my lawyers in Ghana to resist the enforcement of the judgment in Ghana on grounds that the judgment was obtained by fraud and its enforcement will be against public publicity. After the court judgment refused to set aside the registration of the foreign judgments, I have instructed my lawyers in Ghana to file appeal against that action. Appeal. I have also instructed my lawyers to file a processes to ensure that the purported judgment from the UK is not enforced pending the exhaustions of the appeal processes. It is worth to note that the same Kola Holdings is seeking to enforce the same debt against KRP1 in Ghana. In other words, Kola Holdings is now seeking to execute the judgment for 14.9 million obtained against me from the court in UK. Na chese dia odi aba Ghana no or ye bi nse dia be e wo UK won against dia be Nana Kwame bediako. Nana Kwame the same death against KRP1 in Ghana. That is clear case of unjust enrichment and an attempt to abuse the court processes by seeking multiple recoveries of the same debt against different persons. Dear Nana Kwame bediako nse dia be ed ba ye ni. Owie no e no ba bonten eba be address public obey video no be address public no. Say akwasi broni aden maye odi eba ade mende woka eka ben na me de be medo e na waba Ghana opese ogu manim ase woni minyonkofo Ghana fo na aba be ka bo because of say me pese me ye president na me boa Ghana na me boa Africa ntino eya wo ya eya Ghana fo ya e na waba abonte se waba be gu manim ase anka de wosenka Ghana fo ne ye nse anka akwasi broni eba Ghana no anka wosenka omuhwehwe mu hu ne se asem no eya no kre anase nya no kre nanso o ma ye ne sa omufiti preko pena no e na omo ye na omo de against him. Otiase and omo judgment against him say me do omoka 14.9 million US dollars plus interest. And to mon konkofa ye kan say mon konkofa prove a chere evidence a chere say me dey me democracy na mo ye dey mon fambra because me no na dey me no na go business me no na business no. Otiase wo mi say na me sime dey me so wo mi say na adenti na sa aka we nyina no wo ba be dane e dey agu mi so me ye dey me nti wase Menti wase and why they were by address public. And Yamina Miko, Munti and Fron on Casananu.
No more watching Ghana mine. Na kosi broni kran. Aben inu be jaye nkwaso nsem. Na nka me de nka me fahin e na me kodi obi ka 14.9 million. Sika no odi ma ya na e ba Ghana e na abeto Bank of Ghana na abeto account e na ifri hin. Na enti obia so antimi anhwehwe sika koro na woka na chikwan se efiri hi ene beto me ho na chese muti na Kwame bediako na abaye amaisem se medika awana mkote nika mohwe adwuma meye eda amesisi se bi se de kakro mo kai so obi kra bi kra ti kra onim se abofo abon ho modin enya de a so de kase ya wontimi ntua demom enya ne nokre Entina amamba eto anamo se meka na nkanya de kra nka me bie ma no wase wemu nanso se no obi e wo company 50-50 you own this company with a foreigner and then you both own a debt on the company. How then can one person turn this debt to become my personal debt? And after they hold every single document for the business, which is worth ×4 the debt, you have already a collateral. And you need to discuss with me because I've also paid debt here. Let's talk like business people. But how did it become Nana Kwame bediako? Oh, It's a company. Companies owe. Ghana, countries, they owe. The Dangotes, they owe. America, they owe. But not to say that I have a debt that I'm running away from. I don't. I have not been handed any money of such. And I have proof. Media, please. How long would you keep destroying your own? I mean, the common sense is there. Where is the judgment? Where is the trace of what so-called money that you say I owe from England judgment? Sure. Mumbra. Ghana too, we have laws. We have judges. We have a judiciary system. And so you cannot own a company and then go and take a judgment against your own company without you telling them the truth that you're 50% owner of the company. Then how did you forge those indemnity documents with my signature? So it's like I have borrowed money from you. I haven't. That's the proof. I haven't. And so Kola should come and prove to Ghana that they've given me this money. If there's no proof, why you forged documents say judgment debt from your London Edibabeji or Ghana? Also, what about the fire sassy waha? To move God that say you swear you no man in a call. So Kai say, me a campaign, no, make a chemo say, Galamzeno, and ya dear, and yet to say, ye pet and a ye. There is more to it. And these are some of the things. The same company that is claiming this judgment debt.
Already no Nana Kwame bediako eba Ghana so pese oba bedi president no. Na nipa bebre omene ne nya adwen. Nipa bebre almost 80% of Ghanaians there. Omene ne nya adwen because of say omo si ni sika no. Omo nim kwan ofa so e de be odinya ni sika no because omo hwe ni age na so omo hwe ni sika no omo de toto ho a ni age no ene ni sika nya no e machi but to me de me hu ni say sika nya de emfa ho krampo emfa ho oti ase obetimi adane sikani at any time bia oti ase de hia ni say sika no obepe in a right way sika nya de yen de be emfa ho krampo. Oti ase na ye nyina ye mu bi no ye support no se ni sika na wanya no de be legit oti ase ye ginidi so oye very young guy oye de be nani so ehye se wotie ne kasa wotimi se nani so de be nani so ehye pa ena nyankopa ya doma wa pagya no de na si ba bi opeso de opeso di president tembia no enkokrafo nkwa na yesese omodo omoba wo hwa his excellency John Dramani Mahama na de be ena young kakra ntinsie ya Nana Kwame bediako no so eba be trying luck ya ebi ono so betimi di Ghana akwa de be e de akọ the next level ena wey so aba be bom say no ntimi sense so dwene hu say we enkonko said the political career there. And I'm saying na said your boss no esi wo vim no nko ane there. No shaking crampo because what's so for prove a chere say ono odo omo ka enye de be embra. What you say omo for prove evidence ye chere so e de be odo omo ka. What you say me no mu na akọ partnership. Na adentina afi de opese obe buka ni na edigu me so. Upeso bukani na digumi so for what reason? And on kwa na eme no. In the other way nso no, me sanso dwene say, akwasi broni nso no, onye na ade san o. Sa akwasi broni asem nye da, ontimi mfiri ni krom, entoa emba wo krom. Sa emfa wo nko, wankasa o mu court honum, emma o munye judgment against you. Answer na Ghana government ombe judgment against you say udi ubi kase nso no. Na chese o ma ye nhwehwemu ahunu se eyampa asem na nkrofo ne de baaye no eya no kre but at the end of the day no ye behwe se de be ye de be kwa kosi se Nana Kwame bediako de be ne die wom anase ne die nim anase nkrofo no oti ase o mo right anase eyampa se Nana Kwame bediako edi omuka ene nasifo we eya me madwenkyere wa wo hwe me so no betimi de wadwenkyere edi aba comment section mu hono me de mu besi hanum se makram ye besenso ahia biem peace out.
Number 1 TV. Number 1